Women's suffrage in the United States was achieved gradually at state and local levels during the 20th century, culminating in 1920, with the passage of the 19th Amendment in the Constitution, which states, "The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex."
Margaret Brent, the most remarkable woman of the 17th century, appeared before the Maryland General Assembly requesting the right to vote. She was the first woman recorded who demanded the right to vote in an English colony. In 1848, the first Women's Rights Convention happened in Seneca Falls, New York, which was hosted by Lucretia Mott, Mary Ann McClintock, and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. The convention also adopted a declaration of sentiments demanding rights for their sex so women could properly protect their homes and families.
In 1890, the National American Suffrage Association was created, with Elizabeth Cady Stanton as the first president of the association. The association's arguments weren't that women deserved the right to vote because they were created equal. Rather, they argued that they deserved the vote because they were different than men. They lobbied President Wilson in Congress to pass a women's suffrage constitutional amendment. Susan B. Anthony, along with Elizabeth Cady Stanton, refused to support the 15th Amendment and even allied with racist Southerners who argued that white women's votes could be used to neutralize votes cast by African Americans.
In 1910, some states began allowing women the right to vote. Although World War I slowed the campaign, it still helped advance their argument. Women's work in the war efforts was pointed out by proving they are just as patriotic and deserving of citizenship as men. In 1916, the National American Women's Suffrage Association, or the NASA, was changed to the National Women's Party. It is a militant organization created by Alice Paul, a Hicksite Quaker, which taught gender equality. She also created a larger organization, the Congressional Union for Women's Suffrage. In 1922, Paul reorganized the NWP with the goal of eliminating all discrimination against women. In 1923, she wrote the Equal Rights Amendment, also known as the Lucretia Mott Amendment. National Women's Party proposed an amendment that prohibited discrimination on the basis of sex. Still to this day, the ERA is 3 states short of ratification. In 1938, Alice Paul founded the World's Women's Party.
In 1916, Carrie Chapman Catt went to Congress to pass a women's suffrage amendment. On August 26, 1920, the 19th Amendment was ratified, giving women the right to vote, also known as the Susan B. Anthony Amendment. It was considered the most significant achievement of women in the progressive era.
Although women were granted the right to vote in 1920, they did not turn out to the polls in the same numbers as men until 1980. From 1980 to the present, women have voted in elections in at least the same percentage as men, and often more.